Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. This is the Flip Collaborate recording. So what happens here, for those of you who might not be aware, I will take you through the details of the assignment one that's coming up and due actually in a couple of weeks. So we'll just go through the overview and some of the expectations. And then we've organised a question and answer session for this coming Friday, which is the 17th of March. I'll talk about that in a few slides' time. But this is just to give you the full overview and then you can prepare for any questions. So I'm Siobhan, I don't know if I've already said that, I can't remember, and I've got groups 3, and then this is Kim. Kim has groups 1 and 2, and I know that her photo didn't work on the announcement page, so I just popped it in here so that you know what she looks like, and you'll get to meet her on Friday. So just as a short overview, the assignment 1 task is a reflection, and it's due at 5 p.m. on Monday the 27th of March, which is week 3, so it's only 2 weeks away, so we're off and running. Let's take you through. So that was the welcome. We'll have a look at the overview and the assignment 1 details, so the question, answer, collaborate, and the organisation for that. So that's our agenda. So just to set the scene, this is the second of your 3 professional experience units in the Master of Teaching for the primary degree. It also runs alongside your placement and is designed to support you with pedagogy, curriculum and assessment. So it's really important that you really invest time to go through all those learning materials that have been carefully constructed for you so that you're feeling extremely supported along the journey. And we're here to help too, so don't forget us. So its aim is to help you perform well on your placement teaching and ultimately to prepare you for entering the teaching profession. So I guess walking in to a classroom, your first day is going to be not only exciting but also an opportunity to put all the things that you've come across in your course to practice. So yeah, this is part of that journey. So you may have had a look through the modules already. I know that some people have jumped in and posted things over the weekend, which has been really great. So the modules are built around the inquiry-based approach, wherein each model poses questions, problems or scenarios. There's also no set weeks, so there is prerequisite expectation that you'll have covered the modules in sort of a various order, so pre-placement, during placement and post-placement, so just making sure that you've done it sequentially in that sense. But otherwise the time that you spend and the progression that you go in is more or less up to you. Kim and I have posted reframes in the first 3 weeks, so they're ready, and we'll do that once again in the consecutive weeks. So if you do move in and we haven't responded or reframe the question, just let us know and we can jump in and do that if you need any extra support. But we should have that done before you get there. That's the plan. So next slide. As I've said, the modules are self-paced, but please note that 1, 2 and 3 are designed to prepare you for starting placement and also what's expected of you in terms of assessment while on placement. So we encourage you to complete the modules before you start your placement, during and after the remaining 5 modules, and they're intended to be accessed when you want, and we'll endeavour to have the activities reframed. So the assignment task 1 is a reflection. The task is designed for you to move into a reflective mindset before you go on placement. The reflection can be used as evidence for Focus Area 6.1 and can feed into other focus areas in Standard 6. So you could also refer to the AITSL standards to have a thorough look at that. The components of the task are 300 words, 2 points of reflection and 2 goals. Completing the task will directly feed into task 3 and actually provides evidence and opportunity for reflection in the following focus areas. So that's 6.1, identify and plan professional learning needs. Okay, so that's kind of the context, and it's moving you towards your portfolio. So it's not wasted. So just to break it down a little bit more, this is the first in a series of 3 sequence tasks in order to assist you in developing your e-portfolio throughout the course of the unit. The assigned assignment will be divided into 3 tasks. Tasks 1 and 2 are small tasks that will assist you in completing task 3. It's envisioned that you can incorporate your work from task 1 and 2 into task 3. So hopefully what we're doing is sort of supporting you through the process, and these things are interrelated. So this is the overview. 300 words plus minus or 10%. So it's not a little, it's not a big ask, especially because it's only in the first 2 weeks. The weighting is a pass or a fail, which we'll talk about in a minute, and there are the dates that we've talked about already. You have already experienced 1 professional placement in your school setting, so we'd like you to write a few paragraphs that reflect upon these experiences, identify aspects of the teaching that you would like to improve upon in this new professional placement, and then set 2 goals of your own learning needs at this stage of development in the teaching profession. So essentially it's an opportunity for you to reflect and set up some areas of further learning. So all the tasks in the assignment are considered as a pass or a fail. To be awarded a pass of the assignment, all tasks must be submitted on time and meet all of the assignment criteria. So if you just have a look up here, 2 points of reflection drawing from your experiences of EDU 615, at least 2 goals with reference to the relevant focus area from the standards for your own professional development as a teacher. And then we're looking at structure, organisation and expression of ideas. The work is clearly expressed in an appropriate style. Care has been taken for accuracy of punctuation, spelling and grammatical structure. This is nothing new. These sorts of things are expectations and have been throughout all of your assessments. An appropriate blend of quotation and paraphrasing is used if references are incorporated into any of the reflections or discussions throughout the assignment. There was a question about this earlier in the week, last week, during the initial planning week, and I would actually suggest that you would be using references. I think if you can actually identify some areas where you can use academic support, so if you were looking at trying to improve your behaviour management, it would be great for you to actually then go and have a look at some suggested areas of improvement that have an evidence base that you could use to support how you're going to increase these skills. To me, that makes sense. And then also that the references are presented accurately using the APA style. Okay, and we can talk about this further on Friday. So just raise that as one of your questions. So the rubric, fairly simple once again, so reflective of what we've just been talking about. 2 reflective points drawn from prior professional experience, and that would be a pass or a fail if you have that covered. And then 2 professional development goals drawn from an understanding of the Australian Professional Teacher Standards for Graduate, pass or fail. So fairly straightforward. Let's see if this works. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Yeah. So this concludes the Flip Collaborate. Please join us this coming Friday, the 17th of March at 7 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's for Kim because she's in Perth for a Q&A session. The theme is green in honour of St Patrick's Day. So maybe not your Guinness, but perhaps something green that you can share. An Irish joke perhaps. I might even do a jig. So we'll catch up with you soon. Thanks so much for joining me. And get ready, have a good look at that assessment, and any questions, just bring them with you on Friday. Thanks everyone.